Now we're only halfway through the year, but I feel like there's already been a lot of changes when it comes to on platforms. So of course I'm going to give you the inside scoop on what has changed. So there's been some platforms that have closed down, there's been some new ones I just learned about, and there's been a couple of pricing changes. So of course we have to get into it. Now before I start, if you haven't already seen, me and my co-host Sean Cofield are going to be doing another live Ron training, but this time an evening session for everybody that wanted a later time. So if you're looking to sign up for that session, it's going to be on July 20th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So you can go on my website right now at sidehustleseattle.com and catch the early bird pricing. Now the early bird pricing is only available to July 11th. So if you're looking to sign up, please sign up by then so then that way you can take advantage of the pricing. Anyways, let's get into it. Now, first things first, let's get into some of the platforms that have unfortunately closed down. The first one I know about is Notarize Genie. I believe it closed down sometime in April. I really liked that platform, actually. It was started by some great people, and they gave you clients, and I thought the pricing was awesome, so that was unfortunate to see. Cyberize It actually ended up closing down in May, and Cyberize It Lite was, like, to me, one of the best platforms that you can sign up with. So sad to see that one go. Doc Verify, which is an OG platform, which I was completely surprised by, doesn't look to be up unless they're using a different handle. All I know is when I go to the website, I'm unable to find it. And then the last one would be XLRN. Now it looks like as a company it's still around. It just looks like they've gotten out of the RON game. So those are some of the platforms that are unfortunately no longer operating. For the platforms that are still operating, I saw a few changes too. So first one up is Blue Notary. Now they went through like a whole brand refresh and it actually looks really good. But one of the things that I saw, which I hadn't noticed before, and honestly it could have been there for forever, is if you actually go into the platform, you'll see the ability to do digital deposition open call. So they have this whole like digital deposition open call program. And all it is if you are a pro hybrid member, so you're on the paid plan, you simply have to take a free course and register to do digital depositions through their own internal platform called Depose AI. And from what I read, here's what you'll be doing. So a digital deposition reporter, also known as a electronic deposition reporter, is a professional who captures and records legal depositions using digital tools like Depose AI. So while they serve a similar purpose to traditional stenographers, their methods and tools differ significantly. So digital deposition reporters take over the roles of witness identification, administering oaths to witnesses, and managing exhibits presented during the deposition from traditional stenographers. So it's just another way to make money outside of general notary work or loan signing. So definitely check it out if you're interested. And if you've done it already, let me know how it is because I'm genuinely curious of how it all goes. Now, another platform that I saw a little bit of change to is One Notary. So a few months ago, I made a video saying that you can actually make money through Ron on One Notary through Ron referrals. Well, they've kind of revamped that program a little bit. So if you're somebody who's in a state that doesn't allow Ron, maybe you're just not currently a Ron, or you still want to make money in your sleep through Ron, then you can actually sign up for this Ron referral program. Now, before you actually had to be a notary in order to get access to it, but now anybody can get access to it. Doesn't matter if you're in the Ron space at all. All it is if you sign up and you drive customers to the One Notary platform, you will get a 15% commission on that transaction fee. So to give you a little bit of like a guidance, the lowest that One Notary charges is $25. So for every person you drive there, you'll at least get $3.75. And that racks up. So if you're somebody who doesn't currently do Ron, but you want to make sure you don't miss out on clients if, for example, you don't have the opportunity to do it, well, you can still pass that link to them and they can do a remote online notarization with One Notary, and then you can still get money from that as well. So definitely something to check out, and let me know if you want a full video on that. And the last change I've noticed, and I usually try to go through like all of the platforms I know are still around just to check to see if pricing has changed, is with secured signing. Well, with secured signing before, they had a monthly cost and then you had to pay per notarization via like a credit system. Well, now it seems like it's changed to more of a yearly cost and you still have that same credit system. So I think it used to be like $9.95 per month and then it was like on average $10 per notarization via credits. And now it's $430 for the year. And still that same kind of $10 per notarization via credit. So it did get pricier, but I have noticed that they've been implementing a ton of features. So still a solid platform, just a little bit more money. Now, outside of all of that, I have noticed two new platforms pop up on the scene. And I should caveat that by saying they're new to me. They could have been around for forever, but I just noticed them. A lot of times I like to stalk other states' Secretary of States, or I like to go on Idintrust and see if anything new has popped up. And the two platforms that I've noticed are centralized verification and Online Notary Center. So let's start with centralized verification because this one is very interesting. So here's the platform right here, and I'll kind of just go over some of the stuff that it offers. So if you scroll down right here, you can see that you'll get a national and local notarial record archive, so your e-journal, verification of notarial acts, verification of signers, all of the basics. And right here it says every commissioned notary public in states where Ron is approved has access to the platform. But like I said, just verify it. But it was really the pricing that caught my eye. So if you go to the pricing, they have two plans. They have the free one, which really just gives you access to the electronic journal, plus some other database access. And then you have access to the actual Ron platform, which is either $9.99 a month or just $100 a year, which is actually really well priced. If you see, it says unlimited remote online notarizations that you can get for this price. Now, I wasn't sure exactly what that meant, so I'll show you a FAQ here in a second. But one of the things that also caught my eye is it says that you have a marketplace closing orders. Now, the interesting thing about that is there's not a place on this website for customers to upload their documents. They must be just contracting with a third party to give you some of that business. But if you go to the FAQs and you scroll down to try to figure out what Ron actually costs, there really isn't many fees outside of just the normal monthly or yearly price. So the only fee that really comes along is for credential analysis. So if you do need to use ID verification, then there is a $1.50 fee. That's it per person. So if all you have is, let's say you have 10 notarizations in one person, you're still only paying the $150 plus whatever you're paying for the monthly or yearly cost. But otherwise, there are no additional fees. So this is by and large the cheapest platform you can use. And my question is how? How are they affording to do this? But I am glad it exists. But anyways, let's get into the next platform, and that is Online Notary Center. So Online Notary Center, it's pretty much your standard notary platform. So you can do Ron, IPIN, just general e-signatures, and it's $20 a month. You get a free e-notary seal, which is always nice. And then it's about $10 per document, and that includes one seal, and then it's $4 for each additional. So honestly, it's kind of on the pricier side when it comes to the per document and per seal price, but it's not too far off of most people. Only thing to be aware of is that monthly cost, but it doesn't make it a non-negotiable. So if this is a platform that works for you, then just check it out. But I don't remember all of the states it's available in, but I know it's available in at least 15 to 20 states. So definitely just message them to get that information. I am super curious how the rest of the year actually shakes out for Ron, because I feel like things are starting to pick up a little bit. I'm starting to get a lot more notifications for loan signings on my phone and my email. So hopefully that is the case for you guys as well. And don't forget, if you're looking to sign up for my live Ron training, go ahead and just click the link in the description. You can go ahead and sign up for that early bird pricing. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. Especially let me know if you've tried any of these newer platforms. I'm curious to see how they actually are once you start using them. But thank you as always for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one.